Bay scallops were once in abundance in Sarasota Bay until their population collapsed in the 1960s. Now, after decades, a plan to restore that population is in place. SNN's John Woodruff has more on this community effort. John?
Mike, this is the 7th year the Sarasota Bay Watch has surveyed bay scallop populations, and they say they are slowly improving. Now the Bay Watch is partnering with Moat Marine Labs to find a way to help scallops reach sustainable numbers once again.
Around that time, the populations just crashed.
50 years ago, the bay scallop disappeared from the coast of Sarasota.
They're an integral component of our bay, and they were here once before, and they should be here again.
Past Sarasota Bay Watch President Larry Stultz and moat scientist Jim Coulter are part of a community-based effort to restore bay scallop populations.
They actually filter more water than oysters filter, so they can contribute to a healthy bay.
But restoration is a difficult process, and their strategy of dumping post-larval scallops in seagrass beds has had complications.
Mortality is extremely high. So one thing Moat's doing is looking at the impacts of putting out different size animals.
Moat Marine is using their back dock as a nursery for scallops, with 13 of these cages, half of them sunken and the other half hanging, to determine which environment the scallops survive best in. And so far, restoration has been slow. Sarasota Bay Watch volunteers survey the water every year for scallops. Last year they found 11, and this year 40. But Stultz is prepared for the long haul.
We expect to be doing this every year for 10 years. The science suggests that putting them in once and going away isn't successful.
The Sarasota Bay Watch says the community is showing strong support for this initiative. In the past 4 years, they've raised $70,000 for scallop restoration.
I guess these are not the kind of scallops we can just go and eat. Is that right, John?
No, well, you can eat them, but that's mostly a sea scallop, which is a little bit larger.
All right. So we know that this is gaining support locally. Anybody else on board with this particular project?
Well, actually, yeah. The scallop restoration received a $25,000 grant from the Disney Worldwide Conservation Fund, and Moat partners with some researchers in Japan at the Research for Institute for Humanities and Nature in Kyoto.
All right, John Woodruff in the SNN Newsroom. Thank you, John.
Thanks.